Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to all. Crist here with Ignite Your Wild. I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for joining or for checking out the recording after our live session. I am here in hopes to inspire you to ignite your wild. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Crist. I'm the founder of this school, the Jaguar Path School of Shamanism, Yoga, and Martial Arts. Ignite Your Wild is something that has been ignited within me the last 2-3 months now. And for those of you who have been following Monday afternoons, thank you for joining. I can't see you guys, but I know if you're online through Facebook, you can type in your questions. So if you have any questions, I don't know if in YouTube it's possible, but throw in your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. What I am here to talk about, the reason I decided to take a moment and take every Monday to step out of my reality and do something that I don't have to do, but I am doing because I am inspired, because my energy has been ignited to do. What I am here to share is a few ideas about how to ignite your wild. What is your wild? Ignite your wild is about igniting the best of you, the best of yourself. It is really clear to me. So I'll say it for those of you who don't know me or haven't worked with me. The reason I said I am the creator of the Jaguar Path School is the essence is that we train shamans, that I train shamans. And what does that even mean? I didn't know for many years what that even meant. I didn't even know what a shaman meant when I was looking for shamans to help me save my life from stage 4 cancer. And I didn't even know what a shaman was for the good first 5, maybe even 10 years of being an apprentice of shamans. Here I am on my 16 years of being an apprentice of shamans, of 3 very powerful shamans and world-renowned shamans. One of them is Don Francisco Flores, his wife Juana, and the other really beloved person is Don Manuel Portugal. And also a beloved that I'm still an apprentice with, only he's not here anymore in this physical world with us. A beloved man and a very tough man by the name of Maestro Panduro. So if I can share something, I can share this. I'll try not to stay too much into history, especially if you've been watching these Mondays. I've expressed almost an anger, possibly, towards the Dark Ages, the Spanish Inquisition, and this whole reality they set up by persecuting in the Dark Ages the feminine, animals, and magic. And I've been sharing with you guys the fact that we are a result in our language and the way we think, and my values and your values and every one of our values, even if they differ a little, we've all built the values from what we were given as a reality. And that reality is built around words, right? And the reality I'm transmitting to you, or ideas that I'm transmitting to you now, everything happens around words. Our whole reality happens. Hey, Sunny Jane, welcome. You guys have any questions, please throw them into Facebook. And I'll be more than happy to, hoping to have an answer to it. But this is the basic idea of what all my life's work has come to be about. On one hand is help people heal from different ailments, as I healed from cancer, along with Western medicine and surgery. Without the shamans, I wouldn't be here today, no doubt. Plus, without the shamans, I wouldn't be who I am today. Heidi, long time no see. I'm sorry I can't see you, but I see you just said hello. So, hey. Um, so what I'm really talking about is the fact that although we want to have a revolution against what we feel is happening, if we see, I'm sure that you feel there's some injustice in the world, that there's injustice happening in different levels in society and communities and cities and the countries. There's definitely bigger companies and corporations that are making a lot of money. And there is this thing of who's more powerful and who's taking from whom. And that's the setup that has been set up. That's the Western world. What we call the Western world, and what we even dared call the civilized world, is by far not civilized. It's by far not anywhere close to the politeness and compassion, space awareness, and caring that animals have for each other. Human beings lack all of the above. We lack compassion. We lack patience. We lack the ability to forgive. We lack the willingness to help. And the essence is that then we become those animals who are in fight or flight, because then it's every man for his life. Everyone is trying to do their best they can. So we can't look at the collective. And in that, we're trying to do the best we can. This is what happened. We've created a consciousness around the planet, which is, now I'm doing the best I can. Don't ask me for help right now, because I'm doing the best I can for me. And there's nothing wrong. I couldn't say there's anything wrong if you've done that. If I've done that, we all, especially the last 2 years, have all had to look back into our own self and hold space for our own self and heal our own self and by ourselves take care of our needs and cover those needs. So what Ignite Your Wild is about igniting a wild independence. And that independence that we wanted to have from our parents, and perhaps we got or not, that independence that we wanted to get from a system that we felt was unjust, that we may have escaped or not, that independence really is an independence, and the only way we can get it is if we don't depend on that sense, on that common sense. We step out of common sense. And those of you, when I see a couple of you showing up here that are Jaguar Path students, you know that shamanism teaches uncommon sense. There's the word coined, uncommon sense, was a word that Carl Jung coined, and it was really well said about shamanism and about the I Ching. So Ignite Your Wild is about going beyond the hopes that you had and things that didn't come to fruition, especially because of the events of the last 2 years, the pandemic. And it is time to create new dreams. And I invite you in these new dreams to invite inside you a sense of feeling good. And invite inside you, it's like, wait, that's what we've been wanting all along. Yes, but perhaps, and I'll make an I statement, and then you try that I statement on and then see if what you might want to change. It's like, I had a dependency on others making me feel good. I had an expectation of society becoming better. I thought and I felt that we were all working to creating a world that's more enlightened, compassionate, and kind. I now live in disappointment because none of those things fell through. So if there's any of this, do you feel any of that? And especially the disappointment about humanity at the end. Let us say that this is what it's about, igniting your wild. Have you seen any wolf go and tell the other wolves what they're doing wrong and what they should do? So there's not about taking care of myself. It's about while I'm taking care of myself, which is something we should always do anyway and learn to do. And for those of us with kids, and I see a couple of you, and I know you trained your kids, Heidi, well, to be strong on their feet and move in life. And I have too with my son. And now it's for all of us to take it to the next level, to look inward and to feel that where we're sourcing our compassion and our excitement is from our heart, and not because anyone will follow, not because anyone told us to, not because even it's going to help anyone, but we are inspired to source from our heart excitement and bring forth life directly as a gift to the planet, as a gift of gratitude. And I hear you, Shayla, if I may. She says, I felt that our government was really there to help us. What a disappointment. Yeah, and the conversation, Sheila, and all of you guys, is that a conversation is leaving from about the government and what it didn't do, because the government is not one thing. Government is just all these many people that were more scared and more enabled than any one of us. And also the other half of the people that are on the take and have taken all the money and had a lot of profit because of all this happened. But the thing is for us to rise above, and it's not to be against it or for it, or it's about rising above it. Rising above it. Like, this is such an archaic system, and this is why I said maybe I'm understanding more what a shaman is, and maybe this is what this Ignite Your Wild is about today. We have to rise above and rise above. And anytime we disagree with a system or with one organization or one company or this or that, we're really just going in their sandbox and playing their own game. I'm saying, get out of that sandbox and let's up at a level, up at 10 levels. And thank you, Heidi. I'm going to bring this. Yes, I'm going to bring this up. I think everything is working in your favor. The universe is saying yes, no, not yet, or I have something better in store. I believe gratitude is the key. I could not agree with you more, Heidi. And you know why gratitude is a key? Because being in gratitude is an endocrine reality. Being in gratitude, feeling, God, I'm lucky, I'm good, I'm healthy, I have everything I need. This very moment, everyone in my family is okay. This very moment, I'm feeling happy. This very moment, there's no one shooting. This very moment, I don't have COVID. This very moment, there's just so many things. And the more I say this, and the more I say yes and yes and yes to life again, that's my whole reality. And as a shaman, this is what I've come to understand, that is the only reality. There is never, my teachers would say, there's no reality outside. And I'd be like, what do you mean? I can see it. I can walk from here to there. And the shops are here and my folks are there and this and that. The reality is what we feel and what we're sensing and how we are conceiving of everything that's happening to us. So it's about being in a place of yes, and it's about being in a place of gratitude. Ignite Your Wild is about letting go of any idea that you have that can, of some things that can change in the system and in reality, so it will be a better world. I almost did not do it on purpose, but I found myself here in Costa Rica, and maybe some of you know my life, you know that I lost everything and took a backpack in 2003 and left my reality as a photographer in Athens, Greece, my whole life. And from there found a whole entire new life. Did not die as the doctors told me I would 3 months later. Here I am, 19 years later, much happier. And I did not plan 2 years ago to leave my awesome home in the forests of New York, et cetera, et cetera. But I found myself once again with a backpack, actually, and an awesome partner on my side, and with her backpack, and letting go of everything. And there is nothing more liberating. There is so much more to gain when you let go of everything. And there is absolutely nothing to gain when you're trying to accumulate or trying to receive or trying to hold on to things. I swear by it because I have not been in a more abundant place ever in my entire life. It's upped a million times as far as everything goes. As far as everything goes, more importantly, because I work with people of all classes. I work with poor people that have very little money or none at all. And I work with people that have a lot of money. And the sadness or happiness or the problems are absolutely equal across the board. Actually, people with more money suffer from more anxiety. You have more problems having more money than you have having less. The idea is not to have it or to have it or any of the above. The idea is to feel inside you and inhale into the deepest place of who you are and begin to speak from that place. Also, the bigger idea throughout all of this is to notice if there are things that you're speaking out, not from the truth of your heart, but from the truth of what you thought life could be or should be, or if you're speaking from a place that is the collective consciousness and you feel it's what will be the most accepted from all. There might be a dream. You need to just close the laptop right now and step up and walk to and deliver that dream in your life. And this last 2 years where we let go of everything, my Nina, my wife and I, where there's some difficulties, yeah, there is no life without difficulties. There is no, that does not exist. Life without difficulties does not exist. The moment we're in a material body, there's friction. You go, ow, I had this friction. I hurt my hand. I think of things that are insanely unjust in the planet right now, Ukraine, and I'm like, my brain is hurting. I look at the world and the power of religion in the world and the world churches. I'm going to say it outright. The power that the Catholic Church has, the power, the money that they have, the money that the Orthodox Church has, the money that all these religions have, and they're not doing anything to help anyone. So that's that. And I can't have pain in my heart for this. And I can't have struggle in my brain for that. And I can't have that pain constant, like hitting myself all the time. And there's no touching these untouchable, huge mechanisms that are like runaway trains. So instead, this is what I invite you to do. Feel what you want. What's wild? Do it. Express it. Share it with a friend. Do not try to share it with others as in, you know what, I did my wildest thing and I did it and now I want to share it with everyone that I know so you can all be happy with me. Guess what's going to happen? No one's going to be happy for you. That's not the way it works. It begins from the inside, it bubbles up, it's expressed, and then you're in it and you're like, I feel it, it's so good. I feel it, it's so good. I feel it so good. And each one of us has to let go of that 7-year-old that we have inside us, not the heart, not let that 7-year-old inside us. We have to let go of the 7-year-old that said, no, I really want it. No, I really want it. We have to let go of the disappointment. Have you ever been with your parents when you're 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and you were almost ready to get that chocolate bar and they didn't buy it for you? That's happened several dozen times in my life. It's not a problem. And not only is it not a problem looking back, I can see and I say, hey, Ray, and this little 7-year-old looks up and says, doesn't matter. Screw the chocolate bar. You're awesome without the chocolate bar. And I want that kid to let go of all that idea. And I'm definitely letting it go now because what I do is what springs through me and out of me. And that's where it's all at. Not what I'm going to get back for it, nor if anyone says bravo, Ray, or no bravo, Ray. Because people say bravo to all this BS, to all these belief systems, and a system that's just like what that has gone astray since the 15th century. But yet you and I are here, and I'm going to close today. If you've been here with me several times, yes, thank you, Heidi. Yes to grace, no to fear. Yes to acceptance, no to anxiety. I'm going to read to you, for those of you who have been here several times, you've heard this poem before, but this is what I'm going to talk about because I'm going to close today with this poem. I'm going to read it again because if I could share this with you, we've grown up with in the Western world with these ideas, and we're almost all idealists, that there's a bigger fairness to the world, that there's a bigger care to the world, that some people, and there is none of that, because this doesn't exist in the Western way of thinking. It was eradicated in the Dark Ages, right? The love and respect for the feminine. Women were persecuted. The love and the bowing to and learning from the animals. They have been driven to extinction. There were elephants and tigers and zebras and giraffes in Paris and in London, in Greece, that there's nothing left. White humans. And thirdly, the magic was persecuted. You said anything that was magic and you would put the pyre. So I want to bring back a flame, and I want to bring back the flame that bows. I bow to my wife, who's a black belt, and I bow to my sister, who's a PhD. I bow to my mom, who's a matriarch, and I love the feminine. I bow to Dona Juana, who is always supporting Don Francisco. And I have learned so much from the animals, and now, even more than ever, I realize that my mission is not only to help people in our retreat center here in Costa Rica, that's opening soon, but it's even more so, and more importantly here, for us to help the animals. So that level of integrity that you may be looking for, that you thought might have existed, that you thought maybe you were working even to climb up to, doesn't exist between humans. Don't feel disappointed. But feel aware of it. Just kind of like skip disappointment. Just kind of become as like, okay, this is what this is. Look into that integrity and to that magic and into the honor through animals. And I invite you, and I know several of you I see are beloved ones that we've studied together, we've traveled together, we've cried together, we've laughed together. Any poems on animals and any poetry that you have, send it to me at my email, raycrist@gmail.com. So this, for you guys, always from my father, who was an amazing Taoist. Tiger from William Blake. Look and see the levels of integrity that exist in a tiger that is next to the divine, beyond the reach of human mind. And Blake sees this clearly. And not only does he see it and he shares it with us, but he asks God, the creator, did you see it? Did you see what you just made? This is a tiger. And this poem not only goes to my father, who I dearly miss, and I read this to him, but it goes out to the 400 tigers that are left on this planet. All right. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distance, deeps, or skies burn it the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil and what the grasp dare its deadly terror clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heavens with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. What immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? May you all walk with a tiger, an orange flaming tiger. May your spirit live like a tiger. May you be happy like a tiger. May you roar like a tiger. May you walk away from civilization like a tiger. Thank you. Thank you all. I send lots of love to everyone. I will be here again next Monday for Ignite Your Wild. I am more and more solidifying the projects that we are creating, and I'm just going to close. I wanted to close with a tiger, and I'm just going to close by saying, because I see many of you that are beloved friends, and we've again worked together, studied together. I think that everyone's on this right here that I see. We've also cried together and laughed together. So a lot of projects. The Jaguar Path Retreat Center will be opening very soon, like within the next 3 months or so. So get prepared. The shamans are coming here May 14th to 24th here at our house in Nosara. And there's 3 more projects happening. I'll mention one more project that is public and is happening. We are buying land and rewilding it. So we're in the process of acquiring a 2,400 acre farm that was a rice farm, and we're turning it back into jungle. So it'll be home for the tigers. And I'll close with that. Love you all. May 14th to 21st. I haven't made it public yet. The shamans will be here. Don Francisco, Dona Juanita, and Don Wilbert. Whoever is up for a week long of blessing, reach out and let me know. I always send out an email, and registrations will be open by tomorrow. Lots of love. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. Be well. Walk with your tiger.